I bet you feel something funny going on. I certainly do. The energy is thick these days. Sleepless nights, inability to focus, a squirminess, an aimlessness, a feeling like everything is crumbling down, the system is falling around us, not really sure what the future looks like, flashes of optimism and then flashes of, is anything ever going to change? Feeling like you're on the precipice of something, this bubbling up that you can't quite explain. I feel it. Many people feel it. There's something going on. The energy on the planet is shifting right now. It is lifting, it is raising, and that can be something that's very disturbing to your routine. I've noticed today and this past couple of weeks that my routine keeps taking hits because I'll just stare off sometimes and think, what the hell is going on? You're not alone. If you're feeling this energy shift, throw this video a like, leave a comment below, let people know what you're feeling, because I don't think I'm alone. My wife feels it, my friends feel it. I hear all this conversation of moving to the 5D reality, from the 4D into the 5D, leaving far behind the 3D reality of the pain and the suffering but in order to get to the 5D, apparently we need to go through the pain and the suffering and the shadow. And so during this time, it can feel like it's all coming up, which can feel like one step forward, two steps backwards. It can feel like your darkest bits of yourself that you've maybe forgotten were there are leaping forward, and dealing with those takes a lot of energy. I've been dealing with my shadow. Good God, I thought I was pretty good. And then God showed me that I had shit to kick out of my life so that I could move into this next reality squeaky clean. And thank God for it. But it's hard. I'm not going to pretend like it's not hard. And if you're on this journey, you know what I'm talking about. It is challenging to go through the spiritual evolution, the spiritual awakening. And there's a whole bunch of your people in your life who probably have no idea what's going on. But they're probably feeling it too. And to quell that feeling, they're probably smoking a little more dope. They're probably drinking a little more. They're probably tuning into Netflix a little more. They're probably scrolling on the social a little more to try to get that dopamine, to try to make them feel a little bit better because of the anxiety that's raising inside of them, this unfamiliar energy. And you might be doing all those things. And what I want to remind you of is that right now, more than ever, it is important to stay the course, to stick to the habits that we have built. We've put in so much work to get here. There's been so much effort put in to get to this point. And as your vibration is raising, it's very easy for you to get lost in the sauce, for old energies to come back, for the devil to come back in your life through a friend or through an opportunity for fun or through just your old way of being, coming back in nice and sneaky. And as you think you've gotten all this progress done and you feel the new world coming towards you, maybe you feel your destiny coming towards you, you might think to yourself, you know what? I deserve this. I deserve a little break. I deserve a little trip to set things, right after all the work I've done. A little aha moment. Maybe a little bit of booze, maybe a little party, maybe a little too many drugs on the beach with the sound system blasting. Whatever it may be. I'm here to remind you that the progress you're making is important, and while you won't destroy it with a single event or a dozen events because something is bubbling up and changing in your consciousness, and that's not going to be shaken away like an Etch-a-Sketch forever because you've had a little fun, but what I am telling you is that it could just prolong the suffering. Because the way this life works is it comes in cycles. The lessons come in cycles. And if we don't progress past the lessons, they will come back again and again and again. And it feels like one step forward, two steps back. And I know you're feeling this energy. And I know that the dope or the booze or the whatever vice insert here can make it feel temporarily a little bit better. Maybe anchor you to something familiar. That's your old self. We're here to kill our old selves. We're here to let our old egos die. We're here to transform. We're here to turn into something new. We're here to peel away the exoskeleton, the crusty shit, the marble, the loose marble around the masterpiece is here to be chipped away. You're the sculptor. It's you. You can keep that shit around your midline, your waistline, all that extra fat, all that extra shadow as long as you want, but it's not going to come with you into the next dimension. And so I'm saying this from personal experience of having gone out and having had this fantastic time to let off some steam because I've done so much work and it feels like my destiny is inevitable, and just a little just a little fun on the beach during some fantastic camping trip where the fire was a bit too big and I became a bit of an orc, where the music was a bit too loud and it was a bit selfish, and people down the beach, I think they might have heard us. And the substance use. Clean as a whistle, tested, certified, lab grade, fantastic time in a little powder and a little container and a little moment of bliss to dip back in. Why not? Just a little bit of fun. And you know what? It felt fucking awesome. But then I came back into my life and into the reminder of the mission I was on, and the shadow reared itself, and the disconnection between me and my wife was more clear than ever. And guys, girls, I'm telling you, stay the course. Stay the course, because this period we're in of popping into the next reality is not going to last forever, and it is a fragile time. The path is narrow, and we are walking down it right now, and you need to be in your highest truth. And again, if you sway from the path, it's not all going to come crumbling down, but you will face the shadow again. You will get that cycle again. The devil, the de-evolution of man, the shadow of yourself will rear itself, will come up in a sneaky way. The serpent in the grass will come to tempt you to eat from the fruit of the tree of knowledge, the forbidden fruit, and that will come in some way that you can justify for yourself. And that's fine, because I've done all this spiritual work and I'm going to the 5D and all this shit. And you know what? That's the test. That's the test from God. It's all God. All is all. So you have nothing to fear, not even the snake in the grass. But it's a test for you. Your manifestations lie on the other side of these challenges and these tests that you pass, so that you can prove that you are worthy of holding them in your hand, in your life, in your energetic field. And so what I'm here to remind you of, and to remind myself of, stay the course. Tune up, raise your state. You know how you're already working on it. That's why you're here listening to this. But stay that course, and when you want to celebrate, can you celebrate in a high vibrational way? Can you do it in a new way? And to your old self, your familiar self, to your ego, that might sound a little bit boring. It might sound like eating fucking quinoa and singing Kumbaya, banging on a drum with some friends, doing some breath work. You know what? Maybe there's something there for you. Maybe it's an opening. Maybe you need to relearn how to have fun, and maybe that's a stepping stone. You're going into new territory. You want to become a new person. You want to ascend. You want to become an angel here on earth, here to give your gifts to help lift and ascend everybody else, which is why you came. Oh my God. This cat's not even mine, but he's vibing off the energy. He came by to say hi. We think his name is Stanley. Anyway, Stanley, please, give me a second. You want to be a part of this mission of helping transition the world to the next evolution, of helping change this shithole into something spectacular? We need to be on the path, an inspiration. Before we can be an inspiration to others, we need to be an inspiration to ourselves. We need to have faith in ourselves and our own path. What the hell? This little guy's ripping up my couch. Peace and love to everybody. Unconditional love. Again, folks, this is a reminder. Thank you for being here. If any of this content resonates, please engage with it. I know you're feeling something. We're all feeling it. The energy is transforming. And as it gets hard and the temptation comes in to woo you back to where you used to be, something fun, some familiar memory, smoke a doob, go for a ride, do whatever, just remember that the devil's going to come, and it's going to look sexy, and it's going to be a beautiful temptress in whatever form. It's going to feel natural. It's going to slip under your skin like that little syringe, and then you'll be sedated and dulled out from the mission of ascension that we're actually on, and you will not have passed the test. You're not going to hell forever. That shit doesn't exist. This world is unconditional love, but you'll be caught in the cycle. It will come back again and again and again, and it will be the capstone you've placed upon yourself to not get to the next level, because you're not worthy of holding that flame. So when the devil comes, or the temptation comes, or whatever you want to label it as, that thing that's proving to you, you either pass or you fail, stay the course. Stay the course. Remember the mission we're on. Remember that all is here for you. All is a gift here for you. It's all working for you. There is no enemy. You are an eternal being here having a human experience. And these tests are here for the evolution of your soul. You're playing for keeps over a duration of infinity. Hold yourself to that standard. I was partying like an orc in the forest, and it felt good for an orc. Was it how an ascended being has fun? No, I need to learn how to do that. It's going to be baby steps. It might involve some quinoa and some kumbaya. So let's figure that out together. But more than anything, let's figure out something new, because the old way of doing it is not going to solve these new challenges. Welcome to the Ascension, baby. Thank you for being here. Open your heart, open all your chakras. Let's fucking do this 5D, baby. Peace and love.